What's happening? What's happening? Really don't expect anybody to pull up, but just in case anybody do, let me get this together. I don't know why. Oh, I guess I could have clicked that. I could have clicked that when I while it was running. But while the bumper was running, I couldn't see how to take that off. But I guess I could have clicked that and it would have done it. But anyway, uh got that. I guess I could have did all of this before actually starting the video. Um I don't know how to I don't know how I did it last time. Okay, I turned off the green screen. Turned off. Oh well, forget it. That's good enough. That's good enough. That worked because I'm starting to get frustrated. Yeah, that worked good enough because I'm starting to get frustrated. I was trying to find a thing that says like it says like blur background, but I can't find it. It's gonna drive me crazy. I'm looking for it now and I can't stop myself. Okay, I'm gonna stop anyway. What's happening for anybody that do decide to pull up and anybody that pull up on the replay? I will be saving this. I really ain't got nothing going on. I see what's going on. Rhonda Green. I see Rhonda Green up in the building. Rhonda Green. I appreciate you for pulling up. Hey, since I see a few people actually pulling up, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to ask a question, the link is in the chat. Let me get over here. What's up? What's up? I see a bunch of y'all pulling up. How's football Friday? I mean Friday night football. I didn't go to the game, but he said they went down there, had a bunch of mistakes. They but it left it when the offense was clicking, the defense wasn't clicking. When the defense was clicking, the offense wasn't clicking. The defense started locking them down in the second half, but it was too little, too late. You know, I don't think he said the other team didn't score any more in the second half, but it was too little, too late. So, and on top of mistakes, they didn't get it. They didn't come back, but you know, they did what they can do. Oh yeah, let me go to YouTube and pin that comment. I appreciate you for asking, Kareem. What's going on, Millie? What's going on, everybody? Classic MAB. Let me go to YouTube real quick and pin that comment, and then I'm just gonna get into it, man. I ain't really got nothing going on. I'm just bored, and so I decided to sit down and do my go through and do my chart preparation on the spy. So that tomorrow when I go in, I can just talk about what I expect to see going on without having to go through the chart preparation. Where is the video? I guess I'll share my screen while I'm doing this right here. I got to go to my videos first. Go to your channel. Y'all like how I put Uncle Rome, good brother Roman Rome on there. Pin comment, pin message. All right, it's pinned at the top. The message pinned at the top. I guess that's how y'all see it. Do y'all see it? Just okay, yeah. So the message pinned at the top. All right, get out of there. Yes, that's me looking at me. See, that's how I be. That's how I be looking when I be looking over there at y'all. That's how I be looking to me when I be like, I'm looking at the wrong screen. All right. Now let me put the right screen up there so I know what's going on. All right, now the right screen is up there. What's good, Kareem? Appreciate you for pulling up. All right, so like I say, anybody who wanna get my attention or wanna ask anything, I may not be like paying attention to the chat. If y'all want to get my attention or ask it, ask anything, just pull up. Just pull up and ask it, because I'm not gonna be paying attention to the chat. I'm gonna be looking this way, and the chat is this way. So if you want to ask anything or if you want to share anything, just click the link. I pinned the link at the top, and pull up on the stage, and you can ask what you want to ask. Yeah, man. So for anybody who don't know how I do what I do, I like to go to the top first. We're gonna go to the monthly and see where we at. So looking at what the SPY has done, looking at this right here, I'm seeing we like in a we're in a nice little holding pattern over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Over the last actually 5, the last 5 months, we in a holding pattern. We had a month of indecision in May, right? So January, we popped down, ran sell side. Then February, we popped back up into the tail of this order block, right? Got back up, then fell short of 50% of this down close candle there. Came down, ran more sell side under there, popped back up. Then in March, we came up, ran buy side, fell short of running sell side, popped back up. April, we fell short of running buy side, came down, and set equal low, right? Ran a little sell side on here, but set equal low, didn't touch the sell side, right? May, pushed up close to equilibrium on this candle, pushed all the way down, ran sell side, came down to the wick of this order block, pushed back up at an indecision point. The market was happy at around this price here, around this 411, 412 area. That was a happy price for the market. June had a nice sell-off, ran sell side liquidity, got below here, filled this fair value gap. That's actually a gap up. It's a fair value gap here, but it actually a gap up there. So we filled this gap up and filled this fair value gap, wick back up. July, came back down, same level as this order block right here, pushed back up. We've been hanging around this area, this order block area right here. This area this has been a real strong order block right there. We've been hanging around that area since July. Actually May. We came down into the wick in May. Then June, July, August, we was way up here, and then now September, we around that area, and we just set equal lows in September. So now looking, we back down here at this old monthly fair value gap that we used to have. We right back at the top of that old monthly fair value gap we used to have on here a while back. We put that on there back in like May or June. May. We put it back in May, I think, when that was the target. When we started dropping in June, it was like, okay, we finna come get this fair value gap. We still have not made a yearly low. They playing with us. So the yearly low right now for the SPY is still 362.17. Yesterday we made a low of 363.29, just real short of the yearly low. And I'm talking this out because this is the stuff that I see in my head, and since I'm making a video, I feel like it'd be real stupid if I just sat here and looked at the screen without talking. So I'm not weird. I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm just like thinking out loud so that people that don't understand what I do, they can understand what I'm doing. 362.17, 363.29, 363.29 minus 362.17. So we was that 362.17? 363.29 minus 362.17. So we was $1.12 away from the low, $1.13 away from making a new yearly low. I'm gonna leave that down there. I keep closing my calculator, but I'm gonna leave it down there this time. I might want to use it again. Okay, so we still have not made a new yearly low. They still playing with us. They did not run the sell side liquidity on Friday. So looking at where we stopped on Friday, now Friday I left my monthly box low there, and I just moved my weekly box down. But what looking at where we are now, looking at it on a monthly time frame, now my interest has turned, it has brought back to my memory about this daily fair value gap that we was looking at between the October 1st 2020 high and the December 2020 low and the October 2020 high. So since my mind has been drawing back to that area, I want to adjust the bottom of my box to the October high. I want that to be the bottom of my box. Well, Tim, why are you picking the October high as the bottom of your box and not picking a monthly low? I'm glad you asked that question, Lil Timmy Rogers, because in my opinion, your box can be any liquidity area for that time frame, right? And for the monthly time frame, there is a monthly fair value gap that rests right here. If you can, I don't know if y'all can see them outlines or not. That's a little dark. That's a little dark, Tim. I don't know if y'all can see now. Y'all should be able to see that better. Let's change that to black. Boom. There's a monthly fair value gap right there. So that's a monthly liquidity area. So I'm marking the bottom of this monthly fair value gap as the bottom of my box, and I'm also marking it as the top of this high, which is a portion of this monthly order block right here. So it's like kind of threefold while I'm doing it, because instead of marking the top of the order block, which comes in right there at, well, not the top, but the high of the order block that comes in at 358.75, I'm just marking the high of the second candle in the order block, because we got a 2 candle order block on the monthly level right there. So I'm marking the high of that. We very well can, you know what I'm saying, take it all the way down to the opening of the second candle, or we can pick like 50% of the bodies of the order block, which is pretty much in line with the open of the second candle, right? So, but I'm just deciding to pick that high right there. That's the high that I want to pick. But being mindful of, you know what I'm saying, equilibrium of the bodies is right there pretty much at the open, and equilibrium for the from the low to the high, equilibrium from the low to the high is right there at 339.28. That's equilibrium from the low to the high of this order block, 339.28. And then the opening of the body of the second candle is 337.69. Just keeping that in mind. But that's just that's why I want to move my monthly box to, right, to the high, the October 2020 high. Okay, so boom, I'm putting my monthly line there. Going to the weekly. Going to the weekly. Going to the weekly. Going to the weekly. I said I wasn't even gonna look at the chat, but something caught my attention because somebody put a dissertation over there. What'd you say? Approaching the monthly demand zone. Man, I keep telling y'all to pull up and explain them demand zones. Mo did one time. I need to go back and look at that video, but I'm lazy. I'll be like, pull up and explain how to draw them demand zones, but won't nobody do it. What's happening, Tim? Other than yourself, who are the other people on algos internet that you trust to talk about stock and options. I'm coming across a lot of shady people. The people that I trust to talk about stocks and options, I trust PDub, I trust Lex, I trust Zay. Lex don't really trade options no more, but she good at it. I trust Zay. I know me and Zay, y'all. It seems like me and Zay be bumping heads, but that's my dude. Zay, my dude in real life. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to be real life friends with me, you got to deal with my old man antics. I trust stock and options. Stock and options. As far as people that's trying to share information about doing it, at this time, them the only people I'm gonna put my name on in public for stocks and options. Them the only people I'm gonna put my name on in public because I know them people. I know they hard. I know they genuine. Are they perfect? No. You know what I'm saying? Lex, she liable to cuss you out. P-Dub just cool and chill. If you get on his nerve, he just gonna ignore your message. So he non-confrontational. He'll just ignore your message. Zay stubborn like me. He headstrong like me. You know what I'm saying? That's their personality types, but them the only people that I trust that I put my name on. One, cause you know what I'm saying, I know them. Two, I know that they can do it. And but it's a lot of people, man. People in the gang. Look, you know what I'm saying? Talk to people in the gang. Like anybody, man, really. Anybody in the spider gang can help you out. You know what I'm saying? They can help you out. I think yeah, I'm gonna stop looking at the chat. Zay, he swapped his name. He be on Twitter a lot. I don't know. I ain't been like on social media for real. So I don't know how active everybody is on social media, but you know what I'm saying? Like they changed their name. Let me get back to what I'm doing. Said I wasn't gonna be looking at right there. Zay the Web Strategy, he changed it. Sean J7. It used to be Zay, it used to be Stock Zay, but he changed it. So that's Zay right there. Trader.lex, that's Lex right there. It's only one R in trader.lex. And then PDub is PDub Consulting. Is it PDub Consulting? He got a personal page and a I thought it was PDub Consulting. Did he change the name of his page? Oh yeah, he did. PDub 504. That's it. He changed the name of his page. PDub 504. That's PDub. Yeah. That's it. All right, back to what I was saying, man. Yeah, y'all know I can't focus. Let's say I got you with the everybody. Yeah, I mean, I assumed everybody got here from the Come Up series. That's what I assumed. But if you don't like TiVo in the Come Up series, TiVo easy to get in touch with. Mark easy to get in touch with. You know what I'm saying? But I assumed everybody here is from the Come Up series. That's what I thought. Might be presumptuous of me. Which said I got you on demands on but you know, so I kind of know how to find them. I don't know what IWT mean. What is IW? I don't speak acronyms. Oh, you come from Trader with a Dummy. I'm sorry for that. Mark, my dude. Mark, me and Mark, that's my friend in real life too. So you got to put up with my old man antics if I know you in real life. Hey, I'm closing the chat this time. Invest with Terry. Oh, okay. Yeah, she did talk about that, didn't it? I see that. I can't. I paid for the courses too. She did talk about that. I can't remember. I can't remember that from if it was. I don't remember that in there. But I remember. I remember you saying something about the elevators going up and the supply and demand. I remember that with the elevators and man. Y'all stop talking to me, man. Let me get. What was I saying? Oh, I moved the bottom, the monthly bottom. Right. I'm gonna leave the monthly top on September, because that's still the closest monthly high to where we trading at right now. Yes, so I'm leaving at top of September because it's closest monthly high to what we trading at now. And okay, looking at the weekly. So looking at the weekly candles, I put the weekly bottom at the year's low right now on Friday, and looking at over here, that is lining up at the wick. Okay, it's making a little sense now. While we bounced Friday, because we came back down. What's Friday's low? Friday's low, I just said it and I forgot it already. 363.29. And coming over here, the high on this candle is 362.78. And this is well above that. So boom, we came right back down almost to the open of this order, got into the open of this order block right here. And then we pushed off it. We got a weekly order block. Get out of my way, ad. We got a weekly order block here. Where are we? I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, right here. We got a weekly order block right there that we got back into from November 2020. The high candle of the order block is from November, the week starting November. Do they start or end their weeks on here? So November 20, this week says it was started on the 19th. So it's the start of the week. All right. So the week starting November 9th and the week starting November 16th is a 2-week order block that we came down to the top of back in June. We came down to it and bounced off it and took off. And then yesterday we came down to it again and retraced a little bit. So now that makes some sense as to why we started to bounce, because we did come into an order block down there, right? Do I think I want us to bounce without taking this sell side liquidity up under here? No, I don't. But do I believe we might get a small bounce and then come take the liquidity? Maybe. But if next week is to play out, you know what I'm saying, in true bullish sentiment form by starting out weak and ending strong, the beginning of the week, I would love to see us come get this sell side liquidity. I'm getting into what I'm supposed to be talking about tomorrow. So I'm just going to leave my weekly bottom of the box there at the yearly low, at the June low. On the SPY showing June 13th. I think it's June 14th on the ES, but on the SPY showing June 13th. It is June 14th on the ES, but it's on the yearly low. That's where I'm leaving it, on the yearly low, because that's the lowest weekly low we haven't penetrated from where we're trading at now. Right. So for anybody who don't understand my box theory, right, let me explain that real quick. My box theory is, right, on the monthly level, right, the bottom of the box is at 354.02. So anything lower than that box is external sell side liquidity, right? Anything above 411.17, get out the way, camera, grip. Anything above 411.73 is external buy side liquidity. So we got external sell side liquidity, external buy side liquidity, right? With the weekly level, it's the same thing. Now at this weekly level, This is internal sell side liquidity for the monthly level, but it's like this 362.17. That's external sell side liquidity for our weekly box. This the top of the box, this the bottom, but it's internal sell side liquidity on the monthly level, because this is a swing low residing inside the box. So this is internal sell side for this monthly box, but it's outside of this swing low that's in the weekly box. So it's external sell side liquidity for our weekly box. Hope I ain't confused nobody with that. That's my box theory. The path of least resistance with the box is to take the internal liquidity first and then move to further internal liquidity or deliver it to external liquidity, right? Turn my light up a little bit. I'm looking kind of like I'm getting my smooth grooves on, looking at kind of a little dark up in here, right? So I ain't gonna change nothing on my weekly box, because looking at the weekly, I don't want to change anything. Only thing I just want to keep in mind is above this weekly top of the box, we have a weekly order block right here. That's the body of the box, and the wick of the box comes down inside the top of the weekly box. And y'all already know I'll be looking at the wick. When we got a long wick like that, I'll be looking at that as the most sensitive area of the order block, from the wick to the open, or from the wick to the close if it's a red candle. So just keeping in mind that we do got a weekly order block up there. The wick is at 38.84, and the open is at 393.13. Just keeping that in mind. I'm not gonna mark that because I don't want a lot of junk on my chart. Going down to the daily. All right. Let's zoom out so we can see everything. All right, looking at the daily, let's go look and see what we did over here. Put a long line here so I can see real quick, so I can see where I'm at. Oh, that's it. Okay, so on the daily, that's the low. We came down again. What's the low right there? 362.03. 39. We came a little bit higher than that low right there. We didn't exactly get that low. We got a small order block there before we took off, but we came down, made a equal low there. So that's another equal low that we made on a daily level. That's gonna be looking enticing to the algos on the daily level. We still have, before we get to the bottom of the monthly box, we still got a nice gap. We got a full gap between these candles that's still open, and we got a small fair value gap that's down there. All right, got a small fair value gap that's down there. See that? So let's just say this gap, this fair value gap on the daily level has a full gap up also. I forgot this don't do dates. Why does that say negative? I wonder why that says negative. I don't know why that said negative, but this is driving me crazy trying to mark this. I promise you it is. Well, if you don't just put that on there and leave that long, that thing drove me crazy. You feel me? Drove me slap crazy. Just trying to mark out that little fair value gap. Golly, little fair value gap drove me out of my mind. Okay, so we got a fair value gap down there on a daily level. Below that, just good news to know. My daily box, I'm gonna leave my daily box the same. That's Friday's low and Friday's high at 370.62. Friday's low at 363.29. Leave that the same. Now let's take a deep dive into what we got going on price action wise. Okay, we looking at the what's this? The sell model. The A's are the sell and the V's are the buys, I think. I don't know. So we're looking at the sell model right here. So looking at the sell model, on the buy side, we came up, right? We set an order block here, set an order block there, set an order block here, set an order block there, kept going up. Then on the sell side, we came down, came back to this fair value gap into that order block. So we broke past the order block, set a gap, set a fair value gap, but set a full gap. So we set a full gap, right? Came down and bounced off of this consolidation area over here. I can't think. Came down, bounced off of this consolidation over here, traded back up into the gap, stopped right at this order block. The open on that order block was 422.69, and then this candle, this was the open. No, I mean, said the open to close. It's a red candle. The close in this candle is 419.99, right? 419.99, and the high on this candle right here was 419.96. So it got up into the wick of this order block, and then we sold off hard. So we pushed back up, hit the order block, sold down, holding in how I go shout out ICT when he be talking about the opposite sides of the fair value gap. I mean, of the buy and sell model. When we go to buy side, the sell side will react to the order blocks on the buy side, and we did that here. Traded back up into this order block, sold off hard, right? So we sold off hard, broke past shifting sentiment up, we broke past this order block over here, right? On this side, we came down, sold past, broke past this order block here, broke past it, stopped here, right? After running this liquidity, closing this fair value gap, then retraced back up to where, boom, the order block over here, the bottom end of the order block over here. We broke past it here and then traded back into it there. I'm gonna draw while I'm talking. I'm gonna draw on this right here while I'm talking. If you don't want to see me draw, I'm sorry, because I'm gonna draw. While I'm getting ready to draw, let me see if anybody said anything. Nope. I appreciate that. Yeah, shout out Rashad and Troy. You know what I'm saying? I like them brothers. I'm not too much of a fan of the whole platform, the whole network anymore, because it's a lot of stuff in there that, people, I understand people doing their best and people, trying their best, but it's a lot of stuff in there that don't really make sense to me. And I just chose to separate myself from it. I don't knock them. I ain't got no ill words for them, but it's a lot of stuff that on their platform, and then it's just it just seemed like a business to me now. And the reason why I say it just seemed like a business to me now is because I know they're part of the Black Effects podcast, and I think Charlamagne either run that or got something to do with it. And then I'll be noticing like everybody that's a part of the EYL network seems to filter through the Breakfast Club. Like everybody from like the EYL network, they all of them filter through the Breakfast Club. And I know they part of the Black Effects podcast, and Charlamagne got something to do with that. So everything, so it's all residual to residual to residual. It's just the money, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong. It's just a business. Ain't nothing wrong. And you have to, when you run a business, you got to run a business. So it's like, you know, I ain't knocking, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody for making their money. I ain't knocking nobody for running their business. Like I like to eat. I like to eat at McDonald's. I like to eat at Chick-fil-A. I don't like to eat at Hardee's. It ain't nothing wrong with Hardee's. I don't knock Hardee's. I just don't, I'm not one of their patrons. You know what I'm saying? I don't spend my money at Hardee's. So it's like I don't have no ill will for nobody. It's just, you know what I'm saying, what I choose to tune into. Like I love looking at stuff on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have, you know, what is it? Tubi or whatever the name of the app is. I don't have Tubi. It's just what I choose to spend my money on. And I ain't mad at nobody, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody. I don't knock nobody who started out free and charge now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, charge for your time, man. Get your money. I don't forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, sharing my screen. Because I'm gonna start drawing. All right. Let's draw. Get out of here, ad. God dog it, Tim. I'm trying to close the ad now and clicked on the ad. I was trying to close the ad so I could take my screenshot without the ad. Okay. Made it too big. All right, so looking at the buy side, and now we're looking at the sell side, and we set an order block there. We traded down, then came back up into that order block right there. Right? We set an order block here. Right? We traded through the order block, came down, closed in, fair value gap over here. Right there, we closed in this fair value gap right here. Stop that fair value gap, close that in, right? And then we traded back up into that order block right there, right? On the buy side, the sell side broke through the order block, traded back up to that order block, so we can be looking to be a seller off that order block to the buy side, looking to be, y'all can't see my arrow, looking to be a seller off this. We're looking to be a seller here off this order block to the upside. Now we're looking to be a seller off of that order block to the downside, and it played out perfectly to the T. The same thing with this order block, played out perfectly to the T. So now we came down. Now that we done sold through, right? We sold through, came down. This one here, we just still selling down right now. It's still, when you look, we still look like we still kind of respecting it a little bit. Let me see if we respecting it. No, we ain't got back to it quite yet. But we still selling down. So expect that to react. I'll be expecting price to be reacting to this area coming back up. Right, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'll be expecting price to react to that area. Will that be our area that we bounce to here and sell back off? Well, I don't know, Raggy, but I'm sure gonna be looking at it. I'm sure gonna be watching it, watching and waiting. So now this order block right here, that order block right there, I'm gonna be watching and waiting. Put me a little Put me a little that's an ugly light bulb. Man, that light bulb ugly. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna so now I'm done drawing that right there. I'm gonna leave it there for a minute. Let's come over here like this. I'm gonna get us a light bulb. Put it right there. Cause we're gonna be watching this candle right here. Put it on the bottom of the candle. Watching that candle right there. Cause that's an order block. Order block from the other side. And the low of that candle comes in at, I don't have my glasses on, 380.66. And the close of that candle comes in at 381.95. So looking around 380 as some potential resistance on the way back up if price decides to push up that far before taking this sell side liquidity up under the weekly down here at 362. I'm still getting into what I'm supposed to be talking about tomorrow. I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about tomorrow if I don't shut up. Oh well, y'all just pull up tomorrow with some questions because I'm still talking about it. Hey, what just happened? We got an order block right here. We got an order block right here. So watching that order, if we come back up to this order block there, those are kissing cousins. Those are kissing cousins. So the open of this order block, this bearish order block, okay, this is a bullish order block because it's red. This is a bearish order block because it's green. Okay, so this bearish order block, right, is the open is 382.26, right? So 382.26 is inside the body of this bullish order block because this bullish order block closed at 381.95. And if I put the crosshairs at the bottom of that order block, see how I'm right within the body of that, just barely. So that's all the more reason for me to really pay attention to that area. Because if price go up, let's draw again. I want to draw without the ad. Give me the, I want to draw without the ad. Get out of here, ad. Oh, wait a minute. Take that off too. Okay. So all right, that should be nice and big there. Okay. So looking order block to order block, right? We got buy side order block. I put mine at OB. I don't put it as OD. Shots fired. All right, sell side order block, right? So looking from the buy side order block over here that we set, whatever day that is, to the sell side bearish order block, buy side bullish, they're right there kissing cousins, right? So since we got kissing cousin order blocks right there, if price chooses to go up before taking this buy side, or even if price take the, sell side, we got sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity over here, right? Capital SSL because it's external for the weekly, right? So if we decide we want to come down, take this sell side at the beginning of the week and push back up, right? Then this area right here at this order block would be an area of interest of me to potentially push back down. So let's say we come up Monday and Tuesday and push up, I'll be looking at that area. That area right there will be a big area of concern to me. A big area of concern to me because we got a bearish order block there on the current sell side, and we got a bullish order block over here on the opposite side of the buy model. And this sell model is, in my mind, is technically not fully complete yet because we have not taken this sell side liquidity at the bottom of the well, we can't see it over there, at the bottom of the model. We haven't taken this. Well, actually, this was the start of the model. Let's look. We have gone below the bottom of the model. Let me not say that. Right? This part, but if you go to the full model, we haven't taken the sell side below the full model yet. But coming off this portion of the buy model, we have gone up under the sell side liquidity, and we could very well consolidate here for a little while. Also, don't never take consolidation off the table because consolidation is always a possibility. What did I just do? How did I get to the Russell? Oh, I hit the space bar. That's what I did. I hit the space bar and ended up on the Russell. Okay. God dog it, I did it again. See, I'm so used to when I use Photoshop. When I use Photoshop, space bar, like to bring that, how I bring up the hand. I don't know if y'all can see that hand, but see how the arrow turns into a hand? The way I bring that up on Photoshop, I hit the space bar. And Trading View to bring that up. I'm not Trading View, but in my my snapping sketch program, I got to hit the control to bring that up. So I keep hitting the space bar, and the space bar move stuff around, and it goes to the next instrument in Trading View. So yeah, I will be looking at that area right there around that 382. What was that? 382? What's that? Oh, that's another sketch one. Where's my? Oh, what is that? Yeah, around 382. I'll be looking at that around 382. Let me see here. So we got a gap down. We got a full gap down right there above the box. I ain't gonna worry about marking it until we break outside of this box to the upside. Once we break outside this box to the upside, then I'll start focusing more on this box right here. But I'll just keep it in mind that we got a full gap down. The top of the gap is at 378.30. The bottom of the gap is at 363.29. It's a full daily gap right there. We have a gap / volume imbalance right here. The top of the gap / volume imbalance is 377.39, and the top of it is 376.58. And for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, right here, when you got like a slight gap in between candles where nothing came back up, it only shares space in the wick. The bodies don't share space there. ICT refers to that as a volume imbalance or body volume imbalance. But you know what I'm saying, it's like a gap down. We gap down, right? And then we retraced back up, but the two candles, the bodies don't cover that area. So he refers to that as a volume imbalance right there. And that's like a magnet for price too. You got the volume imbalance, you got the full gap, and then you got the fair value gap, which is another type of this is like a sell side imbalance, because we only offer sell side in between these three candles, right? So that's a sell side imbalance or sell side inefficiency, or however you want to look at it. You got a volume imbalance because the bodies don't overlap, right? And then you got a full imbalance where there's no buying or selling in here at all. Full gap right there. So we got a whole lot of, and we got a full gap imbalance, a volume imbalance, and then a fair value gap imbalance, all within the same 3 candles from the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. This whole area right there, it's a whole lot of imbalanced liquidity. It's a whole pool of liquidity right here. So that's why it wouldn't surprise me if we pushed up into this liquidity before selling off and breaking the yearly low right here. And once we sell off and break that yearly low, get this fair value gap, maybe kiss the order block one more time, and then start to push back up for the end of year rally. Why are you crooked? What are you doing, man? Why are you crooked? What did I just do? Why is this crooked? Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. Get off my screen. Get off my screen, you crooked. That'll drive me crazy. That'll drive me slap crazy. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That'll drive me slap crazy. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. I think that's it. I think that's all that's all I'm gonna talk about. All I'm gonna do is just go back. I'm gonna go back and see how that looks on Ninja Trader. All the stuff that I just went through with Spylene. I'll probably go back later on tonight or tomorrow before we go live at 3 and look and see how all of these levels translate over to the ES to see if it's, you know what I'm saying, because the SPY trade only trades for a lot less time than the ES. So like I was saying, this low over here on the SPY for July for something was like the 13th, and I was like, I know that's something on the SPY. I can't remember what it was. It might have been the weekly. It might have been, I was looking at the weekly candle. No, because July 13th, it was something. It was like a different day. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for tapping in and just paying attention to the old man talk. Let me see what y'all talking about in the y'all talking to each other. What's that? Yeah, Tron Richard, cool. Yeah, they're cool. I just went a different direction than what their platform was offering. That's why I'm here. Real, I appreciate that. All I know how to be is me, man. That's all I know how to be. Just going through different. Okay, yeah. All I know how to be is me. I have the same order block at 373. Now I know I'm doing something right. We all looking at the same charge. You knew you was doing something right. That's why you put it there. It's like when you put it there, you knew you was doing it right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I just look at the charts and I do what I learned from other people, and I just trust the process. You know what I'm saying? When you put that, me putting it in the same place, it don't validate you. You know what I'm saying? You validate yourself. When you put it there, you knew why you was putting it there, and you trust the process. You trust the reason why you put it there. So it's like, I salute you. I take no credit for anything. I appreciate you for pulling up though. It's all about the numbers for them now. Views, yeah, business. It's a business. Why did I think this was a recording? Tim needs a hobby. Look. Y'all see what I deal with? Y'all see what I deal with? Y'all see what I deal with? He teaches for free. God go bless him. I know Spy blessed me twice. So Spy get you to the glory land. I promise you it will. You ain't gotta take my word for it. Just try this stuff. You will see. Trader isn't marking charts on Saturday. He is nice enough to share with people. Hey, you welcome. D Cool, bro. That's my first time ever seeing that name. If this not your first time pulling up, I jolly pies. But this is my first time ever seeing that name. So welcome. That's my first time ever seeing that. I appreciate you, Margo. I appreciate you. Margo trying to take over for Here to Learn and Share today. She up in the chat strong. You have a blessed one too. I appreciate you. See, y'all see, this what I be talking about right here. That man said, you must be new here. Yeah. What'd you say, Rhonda? What'd you say? There's a very small gap between 11.3 and 11.4, 2020 on the daily. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. Let's check that out. 11.3 and 11.20. 11.3 and 11. Get out of my way. Go to. I guess I could have clicked the calendar. That would have been a whole lot faster. Okay, so November 3rd, October, November 3rd. So we got 11.4. So yeah, we got a full gap. Yeah, we do got a full gap right there. We got a full daily gap right there. That's on the outside of the monthly box. All right. So on the outside of the monthly box, do we got anything else marked below that? Let me put a line right here real quick. You know what? I'll just copy this since this go all the way over there and this is a daily box. This is a full, we got a lot going on here. It's a teeny fair value gap there. Those don't touch. It's a lot going on down right here to this order block. All the way down. So we got a fair value gap here and a full gap. Then we got another small fair value gap at the top of this order block. And then those overlap. We took care of that gap. We took care of that. Okay, so all of that overlapped, but we got a nice volume imbalance right here between November the 5th and November the 4th, right? Because we gapped up. We took care of that gap up right there, but we got a volume imbalance in between there. So it's a whole lot going on in this whole area right there. That can be some potential issues if we really let me put it on the weekly and see what it looked like on the weekly candle. Yeah, see, it's a humongous weekly candle right there. So it's a big chunk of space right there. So yep. And mind you, when we did the it's a whole lot of junk down here. And mind you, when we did the when we talked about the double bottom, when ICT be talking about double bottoms, when we come up on a double bottom, retail be thinking, oh, this is support, we're gonna bounce back up. But you thinking of it as, oh, this is about to break down. If we came back up, look at this right here on a weekly level, come back up to this weekly order block right here. Let's just go down to the wick of the order block, the top of our box, right? Come back up. Give me an arrow, right? From where we are now, come back up to the order block. Bing, hit the order block. Don't pay no attention what dates I'm putting it on. I'm just drawing right now, right? Come back up to the order block. Bing, right? And then using ICT ideology, of like potentials moves for potential moves as far as like from the range of the area where we made the double bottom, right? This the low, we went up to the top of the range, came down, made the double bottom, boom, right? Bounce off the double bottom, come to this order block, and then sell off, right? A half a deviation sell off would bring us down to 327.39. That's a half a deviation sell off, and that's where, look where that puts us, right here in this area that we was just talking about, with those small volume imbalances, those little daily gap ups, right? And then it also puts us very close to a swing low. Y'all know how I feel when we get that close to a swing low. I feel like we're going to take that liquidity, right? If we go to take that sell side liquidity and do a full deviation away at 392.61, right? Remember the other day when I said doing the measured move theory of like what we just made that double bottom, right? If we do if we come back up, bounce off that and sell off some more, right? Boom, 392. What does that put us at? It ain't gonna let me click it. I got my snap on right now. Let me turn my snap off, see if I can click it down. 392, 61, 53, close enough for government work. Boom, look at that. Look at that, 392.61. That brings the top of this order block. The high of the order block is 394.24, right? So that 392.61 will put us right into this order block right here. It'll bring us down and put us right into that order block right there, just below this consolidation, running this sell side liquidity, right? If we were to break down from there, looking at the area that Rhonda just pointed out, a half a deviation away from the double bottom will put us right in that area, right? Let's say if it brought us down to that area and this order block did its job. We just came down and took care of this part right here. Just come down to 50% of that order block. 50% of that order block, I'm eyeballing it. Boom. Let's say right there. Right, eyeballing that order block. That looked rough to be 50% of that order block there. Now let's drop back down to a daily and look at that area over there. I like it when you do that right there. Y'all remember what that number was? Why y'all ain't remember the number, man? Why y'all ain't remember the number, man? Y'all supposed to remember the number, man. Let's move this line up here to the number, man. All right. That's going to be the 50%, man. That look like to be 50%, man. I like it when I do that right bar. Look at that. Take care of that gap down. Take care of that imbalance. Take care of that imbalance. Take care of that gap down. The only thing that it don't get is the little teeny tiny one right there. And that one there may be close enough for government work because it's just wicks. But it puts us right in this area that just go a little bit lower to that high right there. It puts us right within all of that range right there. And for the order block to do its job, it respects 50% of the order block and then push back up. That's all good stuff to keep in mind. I thank you, Rhonda, for bringing my attention to that. I had not spied that with my little eye. My little eye had not spied that. I am so appreciative of you for that. Move up my way, line. Move up my way, box. Move up my way, box. Don't want none of you there. Move up my way, fibs. Okay. That is all the stuff I want on there right now. That is all the stuff I want on there right now. I appreciate y'all again for hanging out with your boy. I'm going to leave my light bulbs on there. And that's my box. That's my box. That's my box. That is everything I have for you lovely people. I will see you tomorrow at 3. Oh, y'all put some more stuff in the chat. Thank you. Trying to learn this game. We all trying to learn this game, Nathan. It's my first time here. Came from Jay the Trader. Oh, yeah, Jay, that's my dude. That's my friend in real life, too. Jason. Jason Sweetie. Jason Sweetie. Don't me and none of my family. Me and my family don't never see eye to eye on everything. Me and Jason, me and nobody. We don't never see eye to eye on everything. But I got love for everybody. All love, glad you were here. We all appreciate Tim. Is our own in our own way. Yeah, in our own way. You welcome, Tranisha. What's up, Trey? Hey man, that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 3:00. I don't know what we're gonna talk about because I've pretty much talked about everything. Y'all know when I get to running my mouth, I can't stop running my mouth. So y'all pull up with some questions to ask. If y'all don't pull up with no questions to ask tomorrow is gonna be real short. I'm just gonna open up the chart and say, hey, this is what we talked about yesterday. Go look at the video from yesterday. I'm gone. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm fun to go probably look at TV with my kids or something. I don't know. I hear them out there in the living room. I know Junior only in the living room because my wife got him on restriction, so he can't use his devices. He can't use his laptop or his iPads or nothing. So he ain't in the lab cooking up like he usually be with the door shut all weekend. So he out there looking at TV. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 3, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Push away from the charge. Give yourself a brain break. I appreciate you for hanging out with me on this Saturday. Gone.